This is just an example of one way that you can do the challenge. I started by gluing my target to the back. You could have it as high or as low as you would like. You're just going to need to make sure that your target hits it straight on and it's not coming up at it at an angle. So I use duct tape to tape down the cardboard if you've got sort of a lumpy area. You don't have to use graphing paper on the bottom, but I just found it a little bit easier to translate onto your scientific drawing with the design on it. I measured how high my target was, and that was going to help me decide where my hole was going to be on the other side of the box. I made a mark that was the same height as the target, and then I used some scissors to sort of punch in a hole there. You can see it's right here. There's the hole, and double check that it was the right height again. As long as your hole is at the right height, it doesn't really matter if whereabouts it is, left or right. Now the laser won't stay turned on, so I suggest using a little bit of tape wrapped around the button, and that will just keep the laser on for you. You do need to make sure to take that tape off before you hand it back, or else batteries will no longer be working for the next class. To get the laser at the right height, I just used a bit of tinfoil to sort of make a cradle for it. As you can see, it's at the right height, and that's all that's important. It doesn't need to be actually hitting the mark at this point. I then added a mirror. I found that it was easy for me to just sort of sketch where the line of the laser would be going. And then it reflected off, and again, I sketched where it was going, and there you can see it's hitting the target. Now here I only use 2 mirrors. You can use up to 4 mirrors. Remember, the most important thing is that you eventually hit your target, or you will not get any points for this. So if you use 2 and it works, that's perfect. If you use 4 and it works, great too. The goal is completion, not perfection. So you'll see this definitely in my scientific drawing here. It is not pretty. So 1 square for me equaled 1 centimeter. So like I measured everything on the box and how far things were and got my angles all correct. And then I could sort of lay the placement of the mirrors. And then from there, I would do where the laser went. And then I could actually figure out the angles from there. I also made sure that I had everybody's name on it and everything was labeled properly. So that means explaining the measurements of the box, that these are mirrors, where the laser's coming in from, where the actual target is. So I want to wish you guys the best of luck. I want to remind you guys to work as a team and communicate. Time is short, but I really believe that you guys can do this. Have fun.